Hello, and welcome to the very first podcast.
Very first.
Half Past Sheev.
Half of the past of the Sheev.
Jesus. It's your boys. You already know. Tell them, Frank. They already know.
They absolutely do not fucking know, Mike. Man, that's my boy Mike. This is Frank. You already know, even though I said you don't know.
They know now because I said your name and you said my name. Frank and Mike.
Welcome to our grand podcast, Half Past Sheev. Don't think into the name. It's a name.
Exactly.
Mike.
That's also a name. No. It's about our Lord and Savior Sheev Palpatine, our boy. We've been trying to do a podcast for decades. About a month or so.
It's been in the works.
We
had to pick the perfect night, set everything up, and we're finally doing it, and we're here now. How do you feel?
I feel grand. I feel
pretty good too, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it's only fitting that we kind of give ourselves a little introduction so they kind of know who we are instead of two random rapists.
They're like, who the fuck is this dude? And this
breathing into their fucking ears right now. At least I'm not slurping like some people. Like, I'll literally be listening to, like, sometimes I listen to different podcasts that are, like, lower like us. They're not like Joe Rogan and shit. And there's like... And it's like, come on, dude. Are you kidding me? Anyways, go ahead. Introduce yourself, Mike.
Well, fuck you. You just said my name.
Like 40
my name's Mike.
Michael.
Well, not we. Me. I work at Geek Squad, so, you know,
damn,
good with computers.
Big man. Okay, I see you.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
They don't pay me much.
So you're a geek?
Oh, I'm a geek.
Nerd?
Dude, you know how many times people come up to be like, looking for a geek? I'm like, I guess that's me. I guess that's what they pay me for. Yeah.
Not today.
But yeah, my general hobbies include computers, just kind of fucking around with them in general. I game a lot. Some would say too much.
Big gamer for sure.
Oh, big gamer. The gamer life.
You can't leave out avid pop figure collector.
Fuck you. That just started, okay? I only have like 10, even though I had 0 last month.
Yeah, it's a cool thing to collect, I think.
It is pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that's right. Fucking cool. Right.
You're wearing a Dragon Ball tee on right now, looking fresh as hell.
Indeed. I know you don't watch that shit, but guess what? I watch that shit.
Shit, maybe on this podcast you'll convince me to watch it. Frank,
are you going to watch Dragon Ball? That was my best attempt.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm fucking interrupting you.
It's okay. Hey. It's okay.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, besides that, I just kind of sit around all day. I kind of just go to work and come home and like, yeah, maybe I could play some games. If not, I guess I'm going to sleep. So I don't do much, Frank.
Sounds about right. You're leaving out two things.
Star Wars.
Oh, no. Yeah, of course. Who else fucking loves Star Wars? The fucking title of our podcast is Sheev. If you don't know, that's Sheev Palpatine. My fucking Lord and Savior, the Emperor of the Galaxy, baby.
Indeed.
Yes, but yes, we'll get to Star Wars later.
What else am I missing?
Cock right now.
Oh, fuck. All right, Jesus, dude. Fuck.
Your life literally revolves around watching YouTube and shitting. This guy takes hour-long shits, and you hear the YouTube blasting it.
Hey, I do them together at least. Okay. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, bastard.
Oh hell no!
Don't you fucking make fun of me for that.
5 minutes in, boy. Hey. 5 minutes in.
Hey, listen.
Already hit milestones.
When you are relieving yourself, you have a certain bliss upon you. So you know what? If I'm in there for a half an hour, I'm watching YouTube.
Look, I 100% agree. I watch YouTube as well when I shit. But my entire life, I have never shit constantly for more than 10 minutes unless I was sick.
That's true.
There's no way that you are shitting completely for an hour. Like, shit is just coming out of your ass for an hour. Your lazy ass is like, I know you enjoy sitting on the toilet and watching YouTube.
My foot falls asleep all the time, so it's not always enjoyable. Okay? Sometimes it's quite uncomfortable, I will say. But
great start. Talking about shitting.
Wonderful start. You tell me about yourself, Frank. Tell me a little bit more about the guy that I've already known for like years now.
Ooh-wee. Talk about me. My lips just touched the mic. I hope it sounds great. I'm a guy. I recently just graduated high school, so I'm a young buck searching my way through life, through adulthood.
I like it.
Young man.
Oh, by the way, I've been here in adulthood for a few years, even though I really haven't done much with it. But
it's all good.
Yeah,
the big 2-2 going on the 2-3, right?
Indeed,
you know it. So yeah, I'm embarking on a new chapter of my life, and I currently work a full-time job at a portable heating and cooling company. It's kind of hard to explain. I'll probably elaborate it more on in future episodes, but I work that every day from 7 to 4, do that. Some hobbies. I train 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. It's
very nice.
A great thing.
It's wonderful. Hey, it's wonderful. I don't do anything. If you're wondering what we look like, he is quite skinny and I am quite fat.
Hopefully we can get that visual going sometime. Get a nice camera going. Get
nice cameras. When we're in a better setup instead of on a dining room table.
Yeah, with some Xbox mics.
Hey, everybody starts somewhere, right?
Anyways, where the fuck was I? What do I do?
10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, continue.
Yes, you were absolutely correct. I am a workout fanatic. I love to work out. I actually... So we are making that a thing. We had a whole discussion that we weren't going to make slurping a thing, and I made it a thing. And he's... Anyway.
I have to continue. Just go.
So I like to work out, and I'm actually taking a 6-month course through NASM to become a certified personal trainer. So I'm going to try and make that my little
shit, man. You're talking about goals over here. I'm just talking about how fucking my interests, man. Listen, I'm trying to work at Apple, okay?
Shit, that's a good job.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, right? That'd be pretty good. I'm already Apple certified, mostly. All right, sorry, continue. Didn't mean to take your thunder there. Continue.
It's whatever, man. Whatever, bro. But
you don't understand me.
I love comic books. I'm a huge DC fan. I don't like the Marvel comics, but the Marvel movies are my fucking shit. DC Comics, I'm a huge New 52 fan if you're really into it. Love Batman, love all that. Star Wars is literally one of my favorite things on the planet. I love video games. Skyrim I was literally obsessed with the game for 2 years straight. Played it every fucking day.
He took over my fucking Xbox for 2 years, basically.
I had never played Skyrim, and once you touch it,
I was like,
it's like heroin, man.
I was like,
fresh heroin in your body.
Frank, you like Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played this game called Skyrim? And he's like, excuse me?
But yeah, I mean, I like anything fiction. I like all nerdy shit. I love football. I love the UFC. I love all types of stuff.
He's a sports
nerd. All types of shit.
Sports. No, I'm just saying, like you're a sports fan, but who's also like a nerd and likes general other things.
Yeah. Avid masturbator. Pretty typical.
Shadow Jack.
Rick and Morty.
We are also
Rick
big
Morty, man.
Do you
see my dank tee I got on? That fucking Trooper t-shirt.
What the fuck is that painting called?
I don't
know. Van Gogh do it?
It's like
Starry Night or something?
Starry Night. It's a Starry Night painting with
I'm fucking cultured. What about
a Stormtrooper guy painted into it. It's really sick.
Fucking sick.
Oh. My boy over here is Puerto Rican, and I'm Italian, just so you guys know.
Oh, yeah.
Because race is a really important thing in this day and age.
Obviously.
We're both two straight men that rule this country. Fuck you, liberals. Not kidding. I am a liberal myself, so I'm kidding.
That was
Did I just say I'm a liberal? I'm not a fucking liberal. What am I talking about?
You're a liberal, so maybe you're not. He's political fluid. Politic fluid.
Dude, this guy has the coolest thing on the planet, and I'm sure there's some ultra Star Wars nerd out there with all of the fucking Galaxy's Edge lightsabers. He's like, well, that's fucking level 1 to me. But this guy, his friend went to Galaxy's Edge, really cool, checked it out, he picked him up, Kylo Ren's lightsaber. You need to fucking stop. I'm going to SWAT you. I told you to chug the water before we started. but his friend bought him back Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and it's the coolest fucking thing because it's every childhood dream to own a lightsaber. All you need is the blades, and we'll literally be nutting in our pants.
I know, that's the only thing is that, like, the blade you have to ship to your state, and I'm like, bruh, it's stupid.
That's so dumb.
And everybody on eBay, so the blade's like $50, right? But on eBay,
upcharge. Push his glasses back.
Yeah, they're like, well, you see, I bought this for $50, but I'm gonna sell it for $90. Like,
fuck you. Not gonna lie, I do the same thing.
Yeah, no, same. I mean, obviously, you make business out of it. Fuck, you probably make decent money. Everybody who doesn't want to go to Disney World.
I mean, I would love to go there, but I don't have the time because I just took a bunch of time off work for our last trip, and
which was also to Florida.
Yeah, which fuck, man.
I told you we should have drove there.
Anyways, I'm definitely gonna buy Darth Maul's lightsaber for my birthday. It'll be a nice birthday present to myself. $200 on Amazon. You already know. Sold the deal, bro. Should I just buy it right now live on the podcast?
Fucking do it, dude.
No, I'm kidding.
Making history.
Making history. One milestone at a time.
Perfect. I want to get Darth Vader's lightsaber, dude, and his helmet. I have Kylo Ren's helmet and his hilt. That's quite cool.
Yeah, Kylo Ren's fucking sexy, man. Save that for later. Ben Swallow getting me hard already.
Ben Swallow, my boy.
Speaking of Star Wars, man.
Oh.
Disney really had to do us.
They're fucking in the back like that meme, you know, I had to do it to them.
They didn't have to do me like that. Like, they really had to drop the greatest fucking trailer ever. Clone Wars Season 7 trailer is literally a masterpiece. The show,
dude, we don't even need a season anymore. That trailer was just was good enough.
It's going to be so good. Literally, this is what the universe was with just how Clone Wars was. There was a whole bunch of shit that happens during Revenge of the Sith and before that we don't know, and all the people that don't really like read into the comics and stuff thought that Maul just would disappear at the end of his battle with Palpatine in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, he hasn't been shown realistically in like a live action movie until Solo. And like, let's be honest, not everybody watched Solo.
I haven't even seen Solo yet.
I haven't finished. Listen, you fell asleep on me, and I like watched halfway through, and I'm like, fuck, I should probably turn it off, and we'll finish it together.
I don't know, man. I just wasn't a fan of the non-scrolling text. It was pissing me off. I'm sure it's a great movie, though.
That was the one thing that really pissed us off. Nothing else. Everybody else had other things. Ours just, they didn't have the scrolling fucking text.
I also am not a big fan of how Han Solo has like another girlfriend, you know?
Oh, my boy Han Brolo? Yeah. You mean, what's her fucking,
What's your name?
Oh.
I don't have one. Big brain time. Solo.
You're here alone?
Solo. It's like, oh my god. Who the fuck came up with that?
I don't know.
Alright, anyways, back to Clone Wars Season 7. It is beautiful because we get to see what happens to Maul. We get to see what Ahsoka more. It literally concludes everything. We're literally going to see Darth Vader, like Anakin as Darth Vader more.
I know.
Which I never thought we'd see.
Listen.
I never thought we'd see this season. I thought Clone Wars is a sealed deal.
Yeah, I thought it was done.
That's why I'm so happy that we're getting this. It looks so good.
See, to give you guys context, I've seen episodes here and there of Clone Wars. This man has watched basically all of them.
No. I'll give you context, you fucking idiot. Basically, it came out...
I'll do you one better. Like Gamora. No.
Fuck you. Basically, it came out when I was in second grade.
Right.
If I'm correct. I remember that's when all my friends were into Star Wars. We're all running around the Star Wars tees. You already know. The great vibes. Plastic lightsabers. That came out, and I watched it like when it came out, but then we kind of stopped like into Star Wars, and we're like, Legos is what we like now. So like I kind of stopped watching it because it's on TV, and I'm a little kid, so like you kind of can't follow a TV show that well as a little kid. So I watched maybe 2 seasons of it, and then stopped, and have never watched it anymore. And then now recently, after seeing season 7, did I just voice crack?
You probably did. I don't know.
Fuck.
Well, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's only immortalized in this podcast, but it doesn't matter, okay? Nobody will probably will find it eventually, actually. I'm sorry. But
hoping.
It's okay.
But after seeing this, I've recently just started watching them in the actual.
I need to watch it all.
You told me that they have a chronological order and they just couldn't put it out normally, but I mean, whatever, man. It makes sense though, because like the first episode of the show was season 2, episode 16, and then season 1, episode 16.
So
and then season 3, like episod 3 and 1 or something. It's like what?
That's the thing. Is like what you said. Is that as a kid you wouldn't follow it anyways, realistically. So you're like, fuck it, you know. As a kid, you're probably like, ooh, I see laser swords. They're very cool. And then
don't ever say that ever again. Laser sword.
That's what George Lucas. Pushes up glasses. This is what George Lucas originally wanted it to be called. Laser sword. Bitch.
What do you think of Ahsoka's new lightsabers?
I think they're blue.
Do you like them?
Well, the hilts look basically the same. Is it? I don't know if I'm wrong there, but the hilt looks exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right
like
now.
A small one. She has like a normal one, and then just kind of like a child.
It's basically like taking her green one. If you had the green one on the left and her white one's on the right, and if there was something in the middle, I feel like these are what's in the middle.
Okay.
It's because like there's a smaller one and a big one, and then
right.
I think the reason why they're blue is because Anakin made them for her.
Well, that's the thing. He was like, oh, well, because then at one of the older trailers, I think maybe one of the clips, I remember him saying like, oh, I put my own twist on it, and I think it was blue, and I think that was the reason why it was. Because
there's no way he can make a green one because he only can make blue.
Well, that's the thing.
Because that's his color.
Because Disney has changed the canon, which you know what, I'm actually fine with.
I like that a lot better. That's way cooler.
It's like they imbue in their force energy, make it fucking whatever color they want.
Yeah, like Luke Skywalker's wife is like going and finding the pink crystal. It's like, come on.
The pink crystal.
Do you know about the Legend Skywalker family?
Yeah, like Jade Mara, something.
Yeah, his wife has like the pink lightsaber, and then he has a son that is Ben Skywalker.
Yeah. He has Ben Skywalker.
And then it's Anakin Solo is one of them. And it's like Jalen Solo's the evil one or something.
Yeah,
Jason. And then there's an older girl or something.
Jason spelled Jacen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck that.
Solo.
We got better. We got it better. But
that's true. They have a lot to expand on. So I think everybody who's a little bit angry with them right now just needs to realize they're going to expand a lot. They didn't spend billions just to be like, we're going to make 3 movies and then call it quits. They're going to make a lot more shit for this. They're going to make it to hell. But you know what? I'm fine with that as long as it's good.
True. They need to be good, man. I'm just hyped for this TV show. It looks good. It's going to be dark. It's going to be gruely. And it's going to be better than fucking Star Wars Resistance.
You had to bring it up, man. You know, I haven't watched any of it. For all we know,
here I'm gonna hit you with that computer flip right now.
Oh shit.
Oh, my computer just fucking powered off or something.
You should probably bring it to Geek Squad.
Basically, I was gonna show you. I'm just looking through some pictures, and in the Resistance, I haven't watched it, which I am gonna watch it.
They have Kylo. They have your boy Kylo. And obviously, since I have a Kylo head
something.
And the fucking thing,
you see that?
Is that golden?
So
Phasma?
I think so you know how in Rebels that the main villain in the first season is that like general with the weird beard?
Yeah, the dude with like fucking mutton chops.
Yeah,
the ginger. With
so I think that's what this guy is. This golden stormtrooper. So it's kind of
cool. He's like, I am ginger mutton chops, man.
Dude, if they just animated it better, it'd be a better show. I can't say that. I've never watched it.
I was going to say we don't know, realistically. It could be the dialogue's horrible. We never really
I mean, but you look at Clone Wars and the animation is so good. And then Rebels is like iffy.
It's kind of in the middle. The thing is, I did see like the combat in the Clone Wars trailer looked mostly good. But like I feel like it has Rebels vibes, which is like fine mostly.
No, it totally does. And the lightsaber blades look a little thinner to me.
Yeah. Which is like, it's fine, but I feel like it is like a stray away from Clone Wars. But the animation looks a lot better than the old Clone Wars, I think.
For sure.
So, I'm excited for it as well. I probably will just end up watching Season 7 without having context to anything else that happened.
You know, you could probably do that and you're fine. Because it's basically... The way I was looking at it, my job, what I do, this is totally kind of off topic, but what I do is, I probably should have said this. I said I explained it later.
You did, yeah.
I basically drive...
This is already later in future podcasts.
Holy shit, I predicted the future. Call the fucking president of The Simpsons. Anyways. Basically, I drive a straight truck most of the time delivering shit and sometimes installing it. And then other times I'm sitting in the warehouse cleaning shit all day. And I had one of those days where I was cleaning shit all day and I ponder my thoughts about Star Wars, whatever the fuck I want to think about. And I was like thinking about how like people are like, I hate the sequels, all that. I'm like, well, we hated the prequels before the Clone Wars. Because if you look at the prequels without the Clone Wars, what do we have? 3 wasted, awesome villains. And we have a whole bunch of Jedi.
That's true.
That are just not used. They all just are a bunch of pussies. Like, Kit Fisto is a pussy.
He was destroyed. He got fucking...
Plo Koon was, like, just not shown. And in the Clone Wars, they're both so cool. And now Plo Koon is, like, my favorite Jedi.
Can we talk about the brave soul who walked up to Count Dooku and just kind of stared at him until he cut him down?
Who the fuck was that? Oh, that like weird...
Jango Fett. I think kind of. Wait, who the fuck killed him?
Yeah, Jango Fett shot him down. Yeah, the guy looked like a dinosaur.
Yeah, he just fucking like came up randomly and then didn't do anything. He just got shot down.
But like I was saying, without the Clone Wars, I personally think those movies aren't very good. They're good, but it's like it's not a complete story to me because basically we have the first one where it's like, oh, the Sith are back. Then we're like, years later, nothing happened. Anakin's a Padawan now. At the end of the movie, the war starts, and then we come into the third movie, and the war's ending. So we have a giant war with a whole bunch of stuff that happened. We're like, what the fuck? Like Obi-Wan and Anakin are no longer hanging out all the time at the beginning of the third one because they're no longer Padawan and they're separated. But then we see that in the Clone Wars, and the Clone Wars has episodes where it's just stupid missions, and that's what a war is.
And that's
it's like
thing,
stupid battles like that
is
all
that
the time.
The sequels are, again, it's 30 years after Episode 6. You have a lot of time where a lot of things can change. And then
not only does Disney Plus have like 10 years of content for us, so like,
oh yeah, that's what
hold your cock and fucking relax.
And then there's like years between each movie.
Bro, they saved Darth Maul. Darth Maul was fucking destroyed. He was the coolest character, and they ruined him. And they saved him with Rebels, Clone Wars, and Solo. And
well, to be fair, the Disney didn't make Clone Wars in the original.
I don't care.
They kept it as canon, though, which is fine.
They saved him, and it was beautiful. And Maul is my favorite fucking Sith, or dark side user for the fucking one nerd.
Well, actually.
But they saved him, and people that are complaining about Kylo Ren, which me personally, I also agree that Kylo Ren could have been used a lot better in those movies, but I'm happy with what we got.
I bet you are.
I liked him, but they could so easily save him. There's so much they could do, and Adam Driver is so young. They have him for another 10.
I think he was casted perfectly. People are like, I hate him as Kylo Ren. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I think he was
really
great.
Well.
Excuse me.
I think he was played exactly how the directors were asking him to be played as.
No, he's great. He's great. We're skipping out episode 7. We're jumping into the sequels and the fucking alternate script. We're jumping right into there.
The only thing you need to know, season 7, we were hyped for it. It looks very good.
I'm literally cock-teasing myself every night to Ahsoka. Until it comes out.
Until it happens.
February 21st, be there or be square. We're probably going to be talking about it for every fucking week until it comes out. And even after it comes out. So be fucking ready. If you hate Star Wars, you're going to hate us. Anyway.
This is not only a Star Wars podcast, but like it's going to be coming up a lot.
We're an open platform. Basically, there's just a whole bunch of Star Wars content coming out. And with the new movie coming out, we're basically just Star Wars mode. Like when Endgame came out, I was all Marvel mode.
Dude, I was like, dude.
Star Wars
is the best.
Shit.
Yeah, Star Wars who?
I don't give a fuck, man. I saw the Star Wars trailer when Endgame came out. I'm like, I don't want to fucking see this.
Who the
Palpatine?
To be honest, I actually was literally I was like, I'm not hyped for this at all. And then after that, I started watching Mandalorian and shit. I was like, oh, playing Fallen Order as well. I was like, maybe this movie could be worth something.
Honestly. Anyways, what I was trying to say is people want Kylo Ren to be Darth Vader. It's like, look, motherfuckers, he's not Darth Vader. He is a confused fucking teenager. He's technically still is like a teenager because he was a kid. He got plucked from his thing. He chose the wrong thing. Like, I'm sure we've all been in situations where you have to side one way and you side one and you have guilty conscience about choosing that and you're like, oh, I feel awful. That's how he felt the whole time, and he fucking
He's like,
Kills
fuck,
his dad,
maybe
he's
I shouldn't have
conflicted.
killed all of the other people.
Yeah, and he, like, in the 8th movie when he's blasting Luke, he just wants to get rid of everything that makes him feel that way, that feel that remorse.
It's true.
He is such a good character. I just think that the problem of the sequels is the directors.
Yeah.
Literally, 7 was great. Kylo was great in it. He was fine if he loses to Rey. He was shot by Chew's blaster. I don't care. I have no issue with that movie whatsoever. And I would love to get your thoughts on the 3 right after I fucking pick them apart.
Go ahead.
We go to the 8th movie. And let's get a moment of silence.
My boy Ryan Johnson.
I enjoyed the movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, from a movie standpoint, it was good, and altogether, it's good. But I'm just saying that movie was supposed to be the Empire Strikes Back of the trilogy. It was supposed to be like, and I also just said he's not supposed to be Darth Vader, but he is like the Darth Vader of the trilogy. But he's not like the evil man. He's the conflicted like young kid with his parents still alive. That's who he is. He's not Darth Vader, but he's like the bad guy of this movie, and he was supposed to be the big evil guy in this movie. He was supposed to show his force powers still, and we were supposed to not be seeing a fucking ship chase the entire movie. But with all that said, they did a decent job with it. It ended good. It just could have been better. Like, Luke being all ignorant was... Because I want to see Luke training him like Yoda, but, like, I get why he's doing this. Because Luke is a different animal. He's not like the wise Yoda. He's a wise man, but he's like, fuck that, Rey. You're just going to turn to the dark side too or something. So they're both... It's really just the 8th movie that messed it up. It messed up the rhythm. Because if that had Kylo being a fucking beast and beating the shit out of people, then the rebellion, resistance, whatever, has to run, and Kylo's awesome. Maybe he kills Snoke in a cooler way. Maybe Snoke has some more meaning. And then we come to the 9th movie. The 9th movie plays out exactly the same.
I really don't mind how the 9th movie was at all, to be honest.
No, I mean, I have a few things where I'm like, I would have liked to see a little bit of, like, Vader's costumes maybe in his, like, castle or something, like little hints to him.
Or even if they had like some kind of like Vader,
something
like the dark
vision.
Side cave, like a Vader.
They
vision,
actually have that in the alternate script, which we'll get to in a second. This is totally going to be all Star Wars fucking content.
Hey,
I mean, the first 10 minutes was us like chatting and shooting shit.
Hey,
you know,
listen. We are talking about our labors of love currently, and right now, Star Wars has been consumed. We have literally been talking about Star Wars for probably a good month straight at this point. We are not going to stop anytime soon, and we apologize.
I trap you into conversations.
It just I'll be like 1 a.m. and I'll be like, you know what, I need to go to bed, but I also want to talk about Star Wars.
You know what? I also wanted to. I didn't tell you this because I wanted to shoot out the podcast. I was like, wouldn't it have been cool to see more planets from like the prequels?
It would have been really cool, and that's the thing
to tie it all in, like, or maybe see Anakin, so we can like tie it all in.
And that's the thing. That's why I think they kind of tied it in. That's why they had the voices at least.
I loved that. It was perfect.
That's what I'm saying. I like that as well.
Wait. Let me pause you before I forget this. And I know I just talked a lot. I'm interrupting you.
That's right. Hey, it's fine.
Did you know that when Anakin was killing the Sand People in the second movie, remember when Yoda goes to Yoda, like seeing a disturbance in the Force? Do you remember Anakin was screaming?
Yeah.
Do you know that Liam Neeson was screaming with him?
Oh.
Because Liam Neeson am I saying his name right? Liam Neeson? Yeah.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson.
Oh, Key and Peele fans here.
Yes.
Bruce Willis?
Basically, before he died, he learned how to become a Force like voice, and he eventually learned how to become a Force ghost. You'll see that in the Clone Wars, or I think that's the Clone Wars. But he was a Force voice, and he's basically being like, "Oh my God, this is not supposed to happen. This is not fucking supposed to happen." Started screaming like he's killing all these people. You're the chosen one. I died for you, and this is happening. And he's screaming, and then Yoda's like, "Oh, I was masturbating, and Qui-Gon came to my head."
You have left your masturbation chamber in the eyes.
All right, fuck. Shoot your shit, bruh.
Okay, episode 7. Great. It showed off literally in the beginning in the theater. Me and my girlfriend, which by the way is Frank's sister, we're sitting there. Me and Bella is her name. We're sitting there.
DJ Jazzy Bell.
Oh, DJ Jazzy Bell. Oh, what a wonderful woman. We're sitting there like clasping hands, like nerdgasming as we're just watching Kylo Ren just
Catch the blaster.
menacingly come out and fucking catch the blast. We're like, oh yeah.
And I'm like, where was that energy in the 8th movie? It was there in the 9th movie. Fucking JJ had it going.
And that's this thing, is that JJ, and like we were saying earlier, this is the whole reason for the trilogy to be seen as bad. Episode 7 came out, people were like, you know what? I mostly like that. That was good. Episode 8 came out, and everything just went to shit. And the reason for that is we need one director. We needed one director for each trilogy if they're going to do something like that.
And then it left the 9th movie trying to fix it too much.
That's the thing.
If we didn't have to fix anything, we would have gotten more of what we wanted. But that movie gave us so much of what we wanted.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It literally gave Chewie a medal at the end of the movie.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's fan service.
Episode 8, when it ended, I literally walked out like, where the fuck are they going to do after this? Literally, I came out.
I was like, time to watch this Marvel movies now.
Yeah, literally, I came out and I was like, you know what? I'm interested where they want to go because they completely threw me off, which was interesting. You're about to do it. You're about to fucking do it. Oh, you
I
didn't
can't
do
it, man. The mic's too close to my mouth. I was
Yeah,
about
you're
to
right.
fucking sip on some cider, if you know what I'm saying.
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, they were basically like, you know, like completely trying to divert your expectations. And I was like, that was cool and everything, but now I'm like, what are you actually going to do afterwards? Because I had very big expectations. I'm like, where's the Knights of Ren? Where's my boys? Fucking squad showed up in episode 9. Didn't really do much but die, but they looked cool at least. And
You mean episode 9? Cool. You said episode 7.
Fuck, episode 9. I thought I said 9.
Pardon you.
But like, so episode 7 again, I liked. Force powers were cool. It showed literally Kylo Ren using like 3 different new force powers almost, and then the 8th one comes in. He uses none of those, and he just fucking is basically just like, I bet you are, angsty teenager throughout it. And it's literally what I think about it is, I really don't mind him in that movie to be honest, but like some of his dialogue's kind of like, what are you doing there? It's literally the filler arc. That's what I always call it. It's the filler arc of the Star Wars sequels because nothing really happens, but like the only thing that happens is really character development. But like overall, nothing actually happens to move the universe or galaxy forward, besides maybe a small battle on Scarif or whatever, not Scarif, whatever that planet's called. Red Salt Planet.
Hold on, I know this.
It's hurting me. Is it Scarif? It's not Scarif.
It's not Scarif.
Scarif is Rogue One. Well, while you think of that, I'm going to continue.
Crate. It's Crate. It's a battle of Crate.
Yes. Thank you,
Lord. It was bothering me so.
I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to stab myself later.
I play Battlefront too much, boy.
Hey. So 8, you know, obviously it wasn't my favorite, but I also didn't hate it. But then 9 came, and I like how everything played out. But I think like most people, I think it should have been over 2 movies, which would have happened if J.J. Abrams had the 8th movie, because he would have been able to have the 8th movie kind of lead up and more be like, oh, Palpatine, what the fuck's going on here? And then 9th one be like, oh shit, Palpatine, what the fuck's going on here? Then have fucking other shit happen.
Oh my god, I wanted to shoot this at you. I have another thing I wanted to shoot at you. This is actually my own theory.
Oh. This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Anyone's hearing it. This is only
this is making history
inside my head while I was working.
Oh.
So I think that this would make a lot of sense and make me really happy because it would save Anakin's character as well. So this is how Palpatine came back or stayed alive. So if this is my ideal thing, I'm saying Palpatine actually died, okay?
Okay.
So Anakin saved the universe. He actually was the chosen one, brought balance to the Force.
Okay.
On Exegol, all those fucking Sith worshippers, somehow, I don't know the deets, J.J. Abrams, fucking J.R. Tolkien, whoever the fuck can figure out the details. Basically, they have some sort of magic or Sith-like channeling, kind of like the Fomian Dathomir's witches. What are they called?
Oh, the fucking Night Sisters.
Night Sisters, thank you. I knew that. I'm just blanking out.
Yeah,
kind of like
sure,
Night Sister magic, but they like bring him back to life, or maybe he like possesses one of the cultists. Maybe he possesses them because he didn't look completely like Palpatine. He looked all like hideous. Like you could totally.
Well, let's be honest. Palpatine's quite hideous.
Fucking sexy man, but maybe he possesses one of them or something, and then maybe that's how he. And then he like. So I think that'd be cool, right? That's kind of cool, right? How
Right,
it
right. I
works
think that's
out. And
interesting.
then I also want Snoke to be his own character. Like Snoke is a ancient dark side user in the Outer Rim that was building up this empire, and then when Palpatine comes back, he's like, "Ooh, shit, I want to be in that." And he basically kind of like possesses him or tries to channel him, and through that, it kind of kills his mortal body, and that's why he has the clones. Hence the clones. So he has to like put in a new one every now and then and
Right.
stuff. And they're like, "Oh, well, why is he all deteriorated and cut up?" Well, if you're an actual fucking Star Wars fan, you'd read the comic books, and in Rise of Kylo Ren, it reveals that Luke Skywalker cut his face.
True. Well, what I'm also thinking too. So I'm also thinking, what if? So, like, going off your theory,
Which one?
Palpatine. Your theory about
The whole broad thing, or
just kind
just
of the
Snoke in
whole
general?
thing.
Okay.
So it kind of all ties in somewhat. Palpatine had cloning facilities, so he was trying to clone Force users anyways. So what I'm thinking is, like, even if Snoke, I don't know if, so obviously Snoke got hurt by Luke's lightsaber as well. Like, what if it's also because the cloning, like, isn't complete? So that's why, like, Palpatine's all, like, fucked up. So, like, what if it's literally just a clone body that's the best they can do? And they, Sith cultists had to, like, basically make the clone live.
I'm in as long as we can get more of the Sith cultists doing something like that.
Yeah, right.
Kind of like
they were
channeling him from like hell or something, like kind of cool like that.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be like a different aspect because it's more like as you see in religion, like the evil Satan worshippers and stuff.
Right.
It's literally like that.
That's true.
So
No more Night Sisters, man. No more Night Sisters, I will call. Yeah. Except for Marin, which you'll know if you play Fallen Order.
fuck that.
It's a great game.
Yeah, I want to play it. It looks great.
Shit. Man, you know, Star Wars is great.
I could talk about the ninth movie for days about things I would want in it, don't want in it, or
I could talk that for hours. But we shouldn't. Shit.
we can shoot the shit, brother.
Oh. I don't even know what the fuck that saying means.
You watched the UFC last weekend? You don't know what shoot the shit means?
Oh. It just, like, kind of spews some.
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying it because I heard someone say it one time. I've literally said like
You're like,
40
I'm
times
hoping
in this podcast.
you were understanding the
Yeah, no, I just look like a
reference.
fucking idiot. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Watch the UFC, bruh?
Absolutely not. A little bit. I know a little bit. Well, basically, I just know the outcome of the match. And I heard you screaming downstairs while I was trying to have a peaceful nap upstairs.
Conor McGregor came back, bro. I mean, you probably don't understand the magnitude of that, but he's like the shit.
I don't, because I don't really follow it, like, at all. I just know that, like, didn't he get, like, suspended, like, fucking multiple times, or, like, he was retiring or some shit. He's like, I'm never coming back. And then he was like, hey, guess what? I'm coming back.
Oh, yeah, he was doing some social media stuff, but that was just all fucking bullshit.
Yeah. He's gotta create the fucking hype. Hey, Proper 12, by the way. It's pretty good.
Dude, you know what the rabbit hole I buried myself into last night, which, by the way, I got home. I opened the door for you guys. You guys came in. And then I went downstairs, took my clothes off, laid in my bed. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? It's Friday night. I'm just laying in my bed. My friend texts me. He's like, want to go to Tony's?
Oh.
The greatest breakfast joint on the fucking planet. I'm like, absolutely. I go and pick him up. 5 of my other friends are at his house. He's like, surprise, motherfucker, we're all going. I'm like, oh. So we all go.
Wait. No fucking invite, you little bitch. I was the one who introduced your little ass to Tony's.
Basically, I was out till 4 a.m. I'm like, holy shit, I got to get home before my dad fucking wakes up to go to work. So, what the fuck was I talking about, bro?
UFC. I don't know how you got there. I was
talking about the rabbit hole I got into. So I get home at 4 a.m. and I'm up. So I started getting into a rabbit hole at 4 a.m. of these guys tasting whiskey, and they're like these old guys.
Oh, because I talk about Proper 12.
I taste a little bit of bark and cinnamon.
Oh god!
And there's over me sipping on some whiskey. like shriveling up like a fucking prune. Like I cannot. I fucking hate whiskey.
Have you ever
Like I
watched?
literally just took a little bit of vodka right before this, get the lips flowing. You know, we just had a nice 30-minute convo about Star Wars. Now we're entering on a new topic.
Have you ever watched PewDiePie's like fucking reviews?
Yeah, he gets all that cool Japanese whiskey, right?
Yeah, that shit, dude. If you ever been to Benny's or like any other fucking alcoholic place, you look at how much Japanese whiskey costs. It's like fucking $400 for a bottle. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, he likes whiskey. Pew's my fucking guy, dude. When I first started working at my job on my lunch breaks, every day I'd watch his Minecraft stuff.
I still haven't watched any of that.
You might as well just not watch it because it's not a thing anymore. But it was so funny.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? I can't revive the hype,
bro.
bitch.
My boy Sven, my boy Jurgen. You don't even know what it's about,
dude. Once we make billions off this podcast, obviously, we're gonna make a Minecraft YouTube channel. Obviously,
you don't know how happy I am that we're making a podcast. Like I've always wanted to make one, and truth be told, we've attempted at one before, and the way we recorded it, this guy's face. The way we attempted it was, I think we recorded off like a tablet or something, and it was like we sat in my bed with another dude.
Hey,
and we just...
not just some tablet. That was my iPad. Have some respect, motherfucker.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Will you fucking accept my apology?
No.
Well, let's go fucking kill myself.
No, please.
Actually, I'm just gonna go in the forest and record a bunch of people hanging and post it on the internet.
Wait, what? Oh my god, Logan Paul, Jesus Christ.
I like Logan Paul, I'm not gonna lie.
Listen. I can't believe you said that, first of all.
I like him.
No, I haven't watched any of this stuff. The only thing I know is that
I think
whole KSI and Logan Paul thing
this is so awful.
So stupid.
So awful. And
so
and the worst part about the Logan Paul thing, not only was the fight, and everyone's like the fight was good, but in my opinion, when I watched it, it just looked sloppy. And I know they're new boxers, but it was so sloppy, and Logan kept like tackling him and like
he was like, is this the UFC? Can I wrestle?
It's like, yeah, dude, do UFC, MMA or something, but fuck, I'm losing my train of thought, man.
All I know is
Logan Paul. Oh, the cringy ass KSI. Logan Paul's coach was Shannon Briggs, and Shannon Briggs was like a former heavyweight champ of the world. But this is what he said to him over and over and over again. All day, all night. Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ! Like, what is wrong with you?
Whoa,
I don't know if that's his thing. Oh my god. Dude. You know, okay, we're not going to be these people. We're not fucking talking about this. Cut this out of the podcast. Cut it out. Cut it out. Fuck this.
Frank, get on this. Cut it out.
Whip.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god. Fuck. Yeah, fuck that. I do enjoy his vlogs.
I've never watched any of his vlogs. I probably never will. All I know is that England is my city.
Is that what he says?
No.
Nick Crompton.
Yeah, Nick Crompton and my collar stay poppin'.
Collar stay poppin'.
Shit.
Bruh. On the topic of absolute steamy hot, juicy garbage. Some concept art was released for fucking Star Wars.
Dude, I was about to
Duel of
say,
Fates.
we never looked at that. hey, I'm fine with it being called Duel of Fates only because the song Duel of Fates.
Bro, we're over. The podcast is done.
Why? Wait, what, do you got a problem with Duel of Fates?
Yes,
I have. The greatest Star Wars song?
Okay. I literally have a huge paragraph in my notes about all my issues with this.
Okay, hey.
And the things I like.
So
we're about to take a deep fucking frontal dive into an empty swimming pool, hands first, right into these photos. We both got to pull up on the laptop, open the tab up, son. Can't believe I almost fucking forgot this.
Oh, wait. Did I ever tell you about the Obi-Wan Kenobi comment on fucking the episode 7 Clone Wars?
The fuck are you talking about? Obi-Wan Kenobi commented on
absolutely what? 3 days ago on the Clone Wars episode.
Oh, the trailer.
Season 7 thing.
What did he say?
Well, my apprentice looks pretty dark in this season. Hope he doesn't turn to the dark side or anything. I've trained him in the arts of the high ground. Shout out to whoever has a profile called Obi-Wan Kenobi going around on YouTube.
Obi-Wan Kenobi,
You're my only hope.
you are my only hope, man. Fuck.
Oh shit! I only know that.
What
the only reason
a
I
great
remember that.
man.
Right? What a wonderful human being.
I'll
Unless it's
I'll
some like
consent to
really
sex with
weird
that
dude,
man.
like fucking like
Ewan
80
McGregor
year
would
old
take me.
dude. Ewan McGregor, what a fucking strapping young gentleman.
Strapping man. All right, big boy. Let's look at these fucking pictures. All right, if all 0 of the listeners want to fucking hop on and look along with us.
Hey, 0 times 1,000. That still equals 0, by the way. In math.
You right, bro.
Yeah.
You
Shit, you right.
vibes, bro.
Just feel the vibes. Dude.
I am fucking vibing.
Dude, you got any natural flavors like churros for my vape?
Alright, fuck you. We're on imgur.com. We're on the 20 piece of concept art for Star Wars Duel of Fates thing. The first picture is Rey. So just fucking get in. We're starting now. Alright. So we have a picture of...
Frank, what the fuck are we looking at?
Basically, what this is Rey has a whole new outfit, and it's basically resembling Luke's outfit in the 6th movie with the fold. And she's basically on a Star Destroyer, I'm pretty sure, with a bunch of stormtroopers dead around her. And she has what I want. This is the thing I like about this. I wanted Rey to have a double-sided blue lightsaber, which I thought that was the best option that we could get for her, because that'd be really fucking cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
But then I didn't even consider a yellow lightsaber. Oh.
And it looks like it's from her staff, which might play to Plagueis a little bit more.
Dude, oh my god!
I don't know if everybody knows, but back with the very first Star Wars Celebration, when Disney had it back, or Disney bought it, not had it back, excuse me, and they had Force Awakens shit there. It showed the staff, and they accidentally labeled it as Plagueis' staff, and they're like, oh shit. Wait a second, and they changed it to Rey's staff. So now I'm thinking, like, is this like Plagueis' lightsaber? We're gonna be fucking with like Plagueis shit or something?
You remember what I was telling you the other day? I was like, I bet you that staff was like her parents that Palpatine gave to them, and Palpatine took his master's old hilt, took the crystal out, and like made it a staff or something, and gave it to them, and then gave it to Rey, which would be really cool.
I'm about to skip forward in some of this concept art because I know there's one in here.
No, come on.
No.
All right,
and this needs to be said. We're talking about Palpatine's master. They were
stop. I need to criticize him while I'm looking him in the eyes.
Okay, we'll say it.
And I say eyes because there's so many of them.
We'll give it time. Okay.
But, so, I'm really happy about the double-sided lightsaber. Like, it's really cool, but what I was thinking, because, I have all the time in the world to think in my head, this would bother me. It probably wouldn't bother a lot of people, but how the fuck would she have learned to duel with a double-sided lightsaber?
Her staff. That's what I would say.
So you think she knows how to do it, kind of? She would just figure it out?
Yeah, I think so, because she uses the bottom and the top of her staff.
Fair enough.
I think she'd be able to figure that out.
Okay.
I mean...
But that's really cool. I like the double-sided lightsaber, and a double-sided lightsaber versus a crossguard would have been a cool thing to see, but the yellow lightsaber. But then we would have seen that lightsaber the entire movie. But I don't know if you read the comment, bro. It says Rey with double-bladed saber. I'm kind of dyslexic, so I can't fucking read. Rey with double-bladed saber, hybrid of her staff, plus the Skywalker saber.
I know, which is interesting.
I wouldn't like that. I don't want the Skywalker saber anymore. And I was okay with it in the 9th movie. It was whatever, man, because then we got Leia's lightsaber, so...
Yeah, I think that's cool.
It was like symbolism, like both of them.
New.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why, the only reason why I'm liking the fact that they always showed her lightsaber at the end is because it gives me hope that they're going to be like, okay, we're continuing
Absolutely.
this.
I'm campaigning for Star Wars: A New Order with Rey having Finn as
really
her...
cool.
Finn is a Jedi Knight in this movie. He was her first Padawan, and they have a bunch of little kids they're training.
Yeah, if people don't know, if they didn't catch that from episode 9...
Not only does Finn have a girthy cock, but he is force
sensitive.
And sexy.
Quite neato, if I don't say so myself.
All right, my grand friend, will you school your shit down, brother?
First of all, So this is showing.
Please take the words out of my mouth.
Biskova. Wait, I don't know. Wait, what? Yeah, Biskova. Is that what you're trying to say? Biskova and a fucking lightsaber guillotine. Is that what you're trying to talk about?
It's a light blade. I mean, okay. So I guess a lot of this movie takes place on Coruscant, which I think is really cool.
I think it's cool because it brings it back to the prequels, which is like fine because everything's kind of like okay, obviously it's the same galaxy, so why show off only brand new planets?
So I think that's cool also, but it's like us seeing Coruscant. Awesome battle with Sith troopers and the Sith Eternal.
True. Didn't they blow up Coruscant?
No.
I thought they blew up in the second one or the seventh one.
It was some fucking planet.
They said they were destroying the New Republic people, and I thought that was all on Coruscant.
It was a Coruscant.
I think you're fucking lying to me.
I don't know, dude.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but they said they're going to destroy all of it.
That's fucking Phasma right there. I mean, this photo right here is just a perfect example of why we don't need this movie.
Yeah. First of all, I don't even know who the fuck Biskova is. So, like, I don't care what's happening in this picture.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is Phasma.
I mean, there was a beheaded rebel in the beginning of the other movie, too. Remember the guy that gave him that Palpatine was back? Like,
well, yeah, right.
Yeah, they beheaded him, so it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say, if this is actually Phasma, why would you try to bring her back again?
At least bring the Gold Trooper. That guy's cooler.
Yeah, right. He looks kind of cool.
All right, so this next picture is Rey and Luke training on
I totally thought that was C-3PO in a meditation. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
See, this is a scene I would have liked to see.
Yeah, I would say the training. See, but I like
but
that
we lose.
Leia.
I know that's how I was exactly about to say that we
Leia.
lose Leia training her, and you're like, Leia's not a Jedi. It's like, get the fuck over there. We're gonna stay over
literally
here.
30
you
years.
Go over there.
30 years. 30 whole years. I'm sure she trained in the Jedi Arts in 30 fucking years.
Yeah, like she probably trained before she even had that.
Even if you take yourself out of the canon, the biggest thing that is like taking me in that like I like Leia the most is that this is Carrie Fisher's last, at least as far as I know, last movie, unless for some reason they try to fucking CGI her again, which I hope they don't. But as far as I know, this was her last likeness of her in a movie. And it was cool that it was like her training the next generation. And I think that was a perfect set off for her character, personally. Which we're not going to talk about what would have been an interesting set off in episode 8. We're not going to talk about that. Maybe next time in a different podcast, but fuck, man. Anyways, Rey and Luke I think is very cool, though. I don't know what Korlev is. It looks like an interesting planet. I don't know why she would go there. Obviously, that probably would have been something we would have learned about.
Yeah, I think the scene is cool, but I'm cool with seeing Rey floating, meditating with the rocks, and then seeing Leia. I'm cool with that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was fine with me.
These scenes are cool looking, but I'm, like, comparing them to the scenes we get, and so far, The Rise of Skywalker has won in all of them.
Yeah, I think so. To me, yeah, personally. And the thing is, I don't like... So, that one of the things that people complain about was Episode 7 was too much like A New Hope, which I don't really... I mean, I could see kind of what they're talking about, but, like...
It was like literally exactly like A New Hope.
Shut up, fuck you.
But, I liked it though. It was cool.
Who
cares? It was a good fucking story.
But like in this one, they're making it look like
dude, it was exactly like A New Hope. Are you kidding me? Dark figure kills like master father figure.
When was that? Oh yeah, you're right. Shit. Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
But I just feel like they're showing like, oh, she's wearing the dark robes like Luke did in episode 6. New lightsaber like how Luke had in episode 6. Like I feel like they're just
it's very Return of the Jedi.
That's what I'm saying. And everybody's like, oh, I would like this better than Rise of Skywalker. It's like, then why were you complaining that episode 7 was like fucking New Hope? Because this looks like it would have been something like fucking episode 6.
The next one is a stupid ass photo of basically Poe's place where he lived. I'm about to skip that. You have any comments about it? New planet.
I think it just looks cool, to be honest.
It looks kind of like Japan. Like the bottom looks a little
Yeah.
Oh, there's like a lake in the middle. I'm kind of
it actually looks pretty cool. But I will say, I think I like the whole Kimichi thing better.
I love
because
that.
you're like, he's like, okay, Spice Runner.
You're telling me y'all are about to get rid of my boy Baba Freak?
Baba Freak,
fucking guy, dude. The freak.
Hey, droid. I can't do it right. That sounds like Watto. But I like that. I like the
We're
fact
just fucking
that
ruined their ears.
Ear rape. I'm sorry. I kind of like that they made him like a Spice Runner, so that means he's an outlaw. The reason I like that is because now they could do a movie with Poe, because they didn't really do Poe justice. I feel like too much. To be honest,
Ooh, that'd be so nice.
right? Like him, like as an outlaw, but at the same time, they kind of made him too much Han Solo-y because like Han Solo was a smuggler, so it's like
I don't care.
that's what I'm saying. I really don't. Care
I don't like
either.
Han Solo, and I know people are gonna come to me. I don't like him. I think he's annoying.
I like Han Solo.
I liked him in the 7th movie. I did not like him.
You don't like his?
Dude, fuck him. Anyways, I mean, this is cool because we got this next. Are you in the next picture yet?
Yeah. Oh, I'm on the next picture.
Poe and Rey pilot a razor sail through boned-in waters, chased by the Knights of Ren. In the Knife 9.
That ship looks interesting, but it looks too clean. Like the one they had in Rise of Skywalker had like the fucking smoke coming out of it. Even though we're not going to talk about how in science it's not possible in space, but it looked really cool because it just looked like more.
Fuck you! I didn't know you need to know that.
It looks more aggressive and it's like fuck, they're evil. This just looks like clean. I feel like I just wish we had more of Knights of Ren. I will say. Is the only thing that I think that I need to make a fucking movie of Knights of Ren or a show or something.
They just
need
had
the boys.
Literally, all they need to do to solve all their problems is they make a Kylo Ren movie where it's like Kylo Ren in between the 8th and 9th movie being Supreme Leader Ren, and he has like a ton of flashbacks to him becoming. It's based on that comic book, The Rise of Kylo Ren. If you've never heard about it, read it. Look it up on the internet, YouTube. It has his origin story. It shows the Knights of Ren and the guy that was the leader of the Knights of Ren before him, and they're all Force sensitive.
Mm.
So it's cool. I'm not going to spoil too much. We could talk about that later, but
I need the pops.
We're about to be already on a fucking hour, and we got a bunch of pictures to go through.
You're right, but I need the pops. That's all I gotta say. I need my boys. I need the fucking crew.
Oh my god!
Through my boy
Tor Valum. Shit. Basically, I'm not gonna lie. He looks kind of badass for being like a ancient dark side, like spooky user.
They said he's like over 3,000 years old or some shit.
So if you don't know, basically the plot of this movie was Kylo Ren. He goes to Mustafar, like in The Rise of Skywalker. He finds a message from. This is the only time Palpatine's in the Duel of Fates. He finds a message from Palpatine.
Palpatine.
But it wasn't to Kylo. Palpatine. It was a message saying it was like a holocron. If Palpatine never died and Vader was still alive, he would go and find this and open it, and Palpatine's like, "Go to Tor Valum in the Outer Rim and complete your dark side training." So Kylo's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take advantage of this." He goes there, and Tor Valum trains him. Like,
I feel like it doesn't make any sense either.
Imagine seeing Adam Driver and that next to each other.
I feel like it doesn't make sense.
We already had Snoke. This is just a copy of Snoke. Snoke is the ancient dark side user from the Outer Rim.
Yeah, you're right. The biggest reason it doesn't make sense to me.
It's ridiculous.
Why would he tell Vader to go train with his old master?
Plagueis is his old master. Darth Plagueis. They literally.
Well, that's the thing. That's another thing.
He had two masters.
It's the rule of two. It's a rule of two. So if this
he
guy's
could
a
just be
Sith,
like a dark side user.
But like he said, his master.
Dude, all I'm saying is that if we're taking him and we're taking Exegol with the Sith cultists, I'm taking Exegol all fucking day.
Yeah, I don't like how they're trying.
This nerd makes him make a new helmet.
Well, that's the thing. They're trying to fucking introduce new characters in Episode 9. As far as I know, they didn't do that. Okay, they kind of did with the Stormtrooper people, but they can expand on that later. I think they're just trying to make a whole group of like people that they can expand upon. It's fine, but I don't know. I just feel like I just don't like it. Like, what they're just gonna have this guy be like, go train with him. He's gonna go see him for like 3 minutes and be like, I am now strong on the dark side. And then
it's like what then? Like people like me who need to know who's like the strongest of the Sith and strongest of the Jedi. I'm like, finally come to terms that Palpatine's the strongest Sith.
Yeah,
Vader would have been. That's a topic for another day. Now, where does Tor Valum rank? Because this guy is a 3,000-year-old dark side. It's like, all right. I'm going to save myself the stroke, and we're going to scroll past this fucking monstrosity.
Scroll past the guy who looks like E.T. But if he, like, had sex with a spider.
Okay, this picture right here, it's Kylo fights Vader during a cave sequence. It's probably the best part of the movie. Because
I would say probably what would have been the best part.
And they said that Vader beats him.
That's even better.
Because he would get beat by Vader. It's like
he would. Yeah, that's what I'm
obviously.
saying.
It'd be so cool because he's like learning to train and he's like worshiping this dude. And Vader just beats the fuck. He would beat the fuck out of him.
That's the thing with this movie is that they're obviously just trying to beat down Kylo Moore. That's all it is. They're basically this whole like 3
No,
movies
because they don't redeem him.
down.
They don't redeem the character.
They don't redeem anything.
He just dies.
He literally he gets beat by Vader. He has to go train with somebody else. Like he's never done with his journey, and then he just dies. That's what they would do with him in Episode 9 if they went with the script. So you're like,
all I'm gonna say is this is really cool, but all the other things with him just makes me it's not worth it. So no, thank you. Like it's cool, man, but no, thank you. I'm gonna scroll past it. Like that is a cool. All right, what we're looking at right now is dope as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. If they added this to the movie, I'd be so happy just to see some.
First Order occupied Coruscant would be really cool.
Hold on. We're about to hit our mark.
Dude. Nice.
Cheers, my brother. Hope they could hear that clink.
I heard it, so I'm assuming they can hear it.
You're a bitch. It's really bothering me how it says 60 minutes instead of 1 hour.
Fuck, we gotta erase it all, man. It's all done. We have to erase it all.
Oh my god. Okay, Boomer.
You fucking... How dare you? How fucking dare you?
You are older than me.
You don't... Fuck you. I'm still technically your generation, even though your generation is awful. Fucking Gen Z. Okay, Zoomer.
Back to the First Order occupied Coruscant. A++. Super cool. I think
that'd be really cool.
I love it. I would have loved to see that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we saw any old planets now that I can think about it.
No, we didn't get to see any like how we.
We saw Tatooine. That was cool. That was bringing it all back.
Yeah, but we didn't get it. That was more bringing it back to the 4th movie.
Well, that's the thing. The sequels, it's sequels. So I feel like the prequels brought it up to the 4th movie, which is the originals, and the sequels brought it back up to the originals, obviously. So that everything just kind of goes on the originals because they were the originals.
You're right.
Bitch.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, yeah. Unless she comes back to Coruscant and makes a Jedi temple.
I don't know how I feel
that.
about
Yeah, I
that.
wouldn't like that. I feel like she'd have to make like a super secluded one or some shit.
I just think it's cool. I like it. I would have liked to see maybe some more planets going on, some more action. I would have liked to see the First Order rule because the First Order, supposedly in this time, has like all the planets on lockdown. It's kind of like a super empire going on, and we got to see the Empire, and we got to see the Galactic Republic,
the Final Order.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm sure they could definitely make a cartoon. They have the Resistance, but they can make one during this time, and you could see the Final Order and all that. I'm sure they'll do something like that. So I kind of complain about it, but it's like we have the future. The future is
to be honest, literally, again, it all comes back to the fact that if they just had the same director who had the same cohesive vision over the 3, we probably would have saw some older planets. But they're all just trying to bring new stuff. So J.J. brought some new stuff in 7, but brought even more in 9 because obviously that was his second crack at it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I feel like they were all just trying to bring something new to be like, ooh, new and original. But like, if he had all of it, he'd probably be like, oh, I can call back more now.
Right. No, I agree. I agree for sure. Hit that scroll, brother.
Oh, bro, I already scrolled.
Oh my god, can we skip this one? Rose, Finn, 3PO are to attempt to activate the beacon on Coruscant to broadcast Leia's hologram to the galaxy.
Listen. Rose was actually not that bad in Episode 9, but that's also because she wasn't really in it. I just think they made it too Disney in Episode 8, which again, if Rian Johnson was the only one who was the outlier.
Anyone that says Rian Johnson was the best fucking thing to do to Star Wars, I want to fucking attack you.
Listen, if he had his own trilogy, I don't doubt he'd do good. But with what was given to him,
no, just because of what he did to the sequel trilogy, and I still like it. But the sequel trilogy, I think, is my. It's really hard to say between the prequels and the sequel trilogy which one is my favorite, but they're really close. And if he hadn't fucked up the 8th movie, and I like the 8th movie, but that's just saying how good it could have been. If I like the fucked up version of what it could have been, imagine how good it would have been.
That is true.
Like, the way he did to it, I just don't want him to do anything with Star Wars ever again. I don't want anything to do with him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He'd have to, if he was making anything, he'd have to make something that was completely cut off from everything else. Like, completely. Like maybe, like, if you want to do Old Republic, I don't even want him to touch that either.
No.
Fuck yeah, I don't even know. He'd have to make something like 60 years in advance.
I'm looking at all these pictures, and basically the next few ones are basically just like a ballad on. Oh,
Those are in Coruscant.
oh, I hit the back button. Yeah, it's all. Honestly, if I were you, just for some time's sake, because we can talk about some other shit and then cut it. But
Oh, she goes to Mortis though. That's kind of cool.
what is Mortis? I heard about that.
I have no idea. No, I know it's in Clone Wars. I think that's where Yoda goes when that was taken.
Oh shit!
And that's like where he sees the Sith and shit. I'm pretty sure at least.
Bane. But basically, all these photos are just like a battle of Coruscant. Look pretty cool. We get to see Rey with her double-sided lightsaber. Ooh, underground Coruscant citizens pay and prepare.
That's the thing that
walkers.
we haven't seen enough. We haven't seen like the cool underground city life of Coruscant.
We don't need that in the 9th movie. We're getting that fucking TV show.
Well, because they were going to make Star Wars 1313, which was a game.
We're literally getting a TV show about a dumbass character in Rogue One.
We are. Oh, Cassidy Andor. Oh,
Yeah.
really dumbass. He's pretty cool. Whatever, man. Whatever. You leave Cassian alone.
I don't know. I mean, this battle looks pretty
He got
badass.
nuked.
I'm not cool with this. In the Battle of Coruscant, R2 is destroyed. R2's head is scorched. Emotion like we've never seen before from 3PO. Finn is speechless. He is crushed by it all. Chewie takes R2's scorched shell onto his back.
But then Colin Trevorrow came out and said that he was going to fix R2. He's like, R2 doesn't stay dead.
That's horrible. You can't give him like an epic death.
And then bring him back.
All right, I want you to look at the picture of Rey and Kylo fighting and zoom in on his face and how awful that mask looks.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. I don't know. I don't really like it. I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen it in action. This is just concept art, but like, fuck, man, I don't really like that at all. It's kind of cool that it's made of Beskar. It's kind of cool, but like, it's also like, I feel like that's like Mandalorian stuff. Like, don't touch that. But
I'm not a fan of it. I am
not
a fan of seeing the double-sided lightsaber versus the crossbar.
I think that's really cool. But I also think he would get fucked
It is
up.
cool, but I don't know how cool of a battle it would be just because like Kylo's strong blows against a single blade, like bam, bam, and it would have been like the double-sided is like the quickness,
Yeah.
and I don't know how that would have matched up together. You know how it would have choreographed. So.
Yeah,
Luke
I don't know.
fucking catching his lightsaber. I mean, like, that's cool.
Or no, Temple of Mortis. Maybe that's from Rebels. Sorry, I don't know. I'm just saying it now.
I don't know. Okay, my biggest
That would've
issue
been cool.
is the scene after Luke catching it, as he says, once it becomes clear the Force Order is losing the Battle of Coruscant, Hux pulls out a purple lightsaber and commits seppuku. That was the sealed deal for me. I was like, this is kind of cool, man. Maybe this would have been better than Rise of Skywalker. I'm like, first off, Hux pulling out any lightsaber is preposterous. Why the fuck would he pull a lightsaber out?
Well,
And then
somebody said that I guess he's supposed to be like a Force user. Not a Force user. So
fuck
no.
you.
So he's not a Force user, but he was supposed to be like a fanatic. So he like collects lightsabers from like old dead Jedis and shit. And that the reason he was mad at Kylo was because he wanted to be a Force user and he wasn't. So that was the biggest reason.
That's retarded. I don't want that. And pulls out a purple lightsaber. You literally
Let's be honest.
ruined
Both
Mace
their rivalry was the worst. And then in the 9th one, I just want him to lose. That was one of the stupid parts. It wasn't that stupid, but like
I liked it. I personally liked
it was.
it. Sorry, I liked it.
It was meh.
I hate this last scene too. Leia looks stupid as fuck in the fucking things.
Why? Yeah. Why would she be back in her like robe? I get like it's supposed to be a callback, but like I feel like she just like why would she be in those robes? She's like a general. She's not like the princess anymore. She's like a rugged general now.
I can literally go into like probably a whole another hour of me talking to you how much I like Rise
Easy.
of Skywalker better than this.
Easy.
But we also have a full movie of Rise of Skywalker, and this isn't a full movie. Maybe if you showed...
Well, that's the thing. This is all concept art. This is proof of concept. That's all it is.
Nah, because if the concept art of the Rise of Skywalker would probably look better than the movie actually was. Seeing the Sith Troopers, seeing Emperor Palpatine, seeing Kylo and Rey fight on the water. Like, are you looking up the concept art?
I'm looking. What? Fuck! If I could spell. Rise of Skywalker.
Damn, it's 2 in the morning,
Concept.
man.
Is it really? Holy mother of
I'm living off like
guacamole.
5 hours of sleep.
Dude, I was in Rockford, dude.
Rock food. Now you just fucking exposed our location.
Good.
Well, now they know we're somewhere within the area.
Good.
I'm not going to say
Find
because
us.
if they don't,
Find us and tell us to your face. I'm just kidding. Please don't find
I
that.
will finish
What
when
you
you started.
Okay, yeah, I can't find anything. All I keep finding is about the fucking episode 9 leaked shit. But all I know is, they have the visual dictionary I need to read.
I need to buy that shit.
Yeah, we do.
There's a lot of stuff I need to buy, but I mean,
69 minutes.
I think we killed it. I think we did a good job. I mean,
hey, we crushed it.
we fucking killed it. It's our first full podcast. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect, but we're just gonna keep going from here and keep getting better, like anything else.
If anybody listens to the end, please give us feedback. We'd like to know how we did.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we could do to get better.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
By all means.
If you're a sponsor and want to pay us $5,000 an episode, we'll consider it.
We'll consider, 5,000 a little low for us right now. We're up and coming, obviously.
Yeah.
We'd probably have to look at about 15. Oh shit. Well,
I think we did good.
I think we did great.
Good episode.
So.
I mean, if you're watching, Bro 5. If you did watch this, or maybe you skipped.
Listen, you little stupid bitch. I'm just kidding.
We did talk about Star Wars for majority of the podcast, and I'm going to promise now that the next episode is going to maybe have 10, 20 minutes of Star Wars, maybe?
We'll cut it down to 10, 20 minutes.
We're definitely cutting it down. As it goes on, Star Wars will start to fade out of the podcast as no more content comes out.
That's true.
But we basically just had all this built-up stuff over the movies and these new scripts coming out and the new trailer that we just went off.
We saved a lot of that. We purposely did not have conversations so that you guys could have conversations with us.
Absolutely. Anything else?
No, I think that wraps up the very first pilot episode.
Well, I'd like to say one last thing, and in the wise words of Emperor Sheev Palpatine,
may his soul rest in peace.
Do it.